What's up, guys? Brad Chappell back with you. Top 3 setups for the month of June. June is probably my favorite month of the year. Crappie are getting through with the spawn. They're hungry, they're aggressive, a lot of different ways to catch them. So if you're really new into crappie fishing, you don't want to miss out in the month of June. It's going to be fantastic. Make sure you check out our new sun hoodies, just now available on the Crappie Forever website. Great sun hoodies, kind of protects you out there when you're out there in the sun all day. I wear them every single day religiously as far as sun protection goes. Make sure you use sunscreen even on your face and your hands and such. But you can check all the Crappie Connection gear out at crappieforever.com. Thank you guys for all the support. Got some more good things coming for you all summer long. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on. Let's get it.
In the flatland like a man.
My number 1 setup for the month of June is going to be casting Bobby Garland itty bit slab hunters to brush piles and the stumps. Now the pole I'm going to use is this B&M 75 series, which is a 7'5" medium light action reel. You can buy the combo just like you're seeing it right here, using K9 fluoro 8-pound high vis line. One of the ways that I really like to rig this, and I've kind of figured this out over the last couple of years by casting to them, is on the top, I've got about 1 inch loop knot tied from my jig on the top, and another 10-12 inches down, I'm tying another loop knot with my bottom jig. I like casting 2 jigs for the number 1 reason that it's able to see these 2 jigs fall at the same time. Now, there's no telling how many doubles that you will catch by using 2 jigs, especially coming by a big cluster of fish on brush piles and stumps. So you will catch doubles occasionally doing this. I actually had a client 2 weeks ago that caught 2 2-pounders on the same cast, which is unbelievable. Now I've changed up on the hooks I've been using over the last couple of years and started really liking this hook style here. It's made by Crappie Pro, and they come in a 1/24 and a 1/32, but you can kind of see the hook itself has a collars on it, and it just helps keeps these itty bitty baits attached to your hook and your jig head so much better. Instead of having to super glue it or anything on there, it keeps it in place extremely well. And it even kind of changes the profile of these baits a little bit, kind of makes them a little chunky. You can see the bait right there on it. But I try to sit back anywhere from 25 to 30 feet, even 40 feet on some piles if they're real shallow. But I like to cast right about where they're sitting, let it come down, fall to them, and as soon as it just about reaches the brush pile or stump where the crappie are sitting, I like to then take it and bring it away from those fish. It just really ignites them to come in. You'll see the bite a lot of times before you even feel it, but this action can be hot, furious, and it will put a lot of crappie in your boat. But the bait of choice is the Bobby Garland itty bit slab hunters. You can see that color right there is called Mud Dauber. This is a new color called Hummingbird. You have whites, you have darks. We have all the different colors you can imagine when it comes to this bait and color. 25 different colors available. Check them out at lurenet.com. Use your discount code on all this products when it comes to LureNet. Crappie Connection 15 gets you 15% off all the Bobby Garland, all the Bandit stuff, so make sure you take advantage of that. My number 2 setup for the month of June is going to be pulling Bandit 300 crankbaits. Now I really try to focus on some kind of ledge as well. River ledges, creek ledges, something that has structure and something that's going to hold fish near them. I'm going to try to bring these baits directly over the top of them. Now how I achieve this is by using the Okuma Magna Pros line counter reels. All you'd have to do is zero it out, let the line out, lock it in place, go anywhere between 1.5 all the way up to about 1.8 is kind of my trolling speed whenever I'm pulling Bandit 300s. Now poles, I'm using the B&M Pro Staff trolling poles. Starting out with 8 foot, stair-stepping them up all the way as high as 20 foot in lengths. So you can kind of really decide on how long of poles you want to use, but make sure you have enough line separation that they don't run together. When it comes to pulling Bandit 300 crankbaits this month, I really like using braided line. Now, I'm using the K9 20-pound braided line. I've got the green and I've got the pink, and I alternate it in between my poles. Shortest pole will be one color, the next length will be a different color, and then another color for the third. So I alternate the colors, just kind of like I said, to keep down on your tangles. But using a small diameter 20-pound braid, it's almost like a 4-pound mono as far as the diameter itself. So it's going to dive quicker sooner than a 10-pound test. Also, I really like about braided is that it's going to vibrate like crazy. As these baits are getting pulled, that braid is just going to transfer right to these B&M Pro Staff trollers, and it's going to sit there and vibrate. So if you run across any kind of trash, you'll see the poles kind of lay still. There's something on there. It could be a piece of trash, could be a small fish even. So really concentrate on using braid, and I think you'll help put more fish in the boat. Now, the Bandit 300s have been out a long time as far as pulling crankbaits. You can check them out at lurenet.com. They've got specialty colors just for crappie. And this is the Purple Monkey, which is a Bobby Garland color. It's going to be available. And this is the good old Cajun Cricket Bandit 300. You can find all these Bandit crankbaits on lurenet.com. Make sure you use that discount code CrappieConnection15. Get you 15% off your Bandit lures as well. Just a great way to go out, take your family out, pull some crankbaits this summertime, and catch a lot of crappie. Fun way to crappie fish. All right, guys, my number 3 setup for the month of June is going to be hitting some standing timber. Now, I like using this B&M Bucks Gold jig pole. Just has a really lightweight, easy to maneuver, won't tear your shoulders apart. But the jig of choice that I'm really wanting to go for is this 1/8 Crappie Pro jig head. Big hook, strong hook, and I'm pairing it up with a Top Hat Jigs 1.5 inch Sparkles Guppy Gobbler. I like this color just because it's so natural colored, and it just mimics the perfect action of a fish falling down. Whenever it comes down and settles, it's going to flop and kind of pulsate that water back towards these fish as they're sitting in those little dark spots on that standing timber. But look at the Guppy Gobbler and 1.5 inch Sparkles on tophatjigs.com. All right, guys, that was my top 3 setups for the month of June. June is a fantastic month to take your family out still crappie fishing. These 3 techniques will catch fish in just about any body of water across the United States. Make sure you join us Tuesday night on Today's Bite, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. I have Dustin McDaniel and myself, where we have fishing reports across the United States from all kind of anglers, different guests, and let's just talk about today's bite, how it's been going for you guys. So can't wait to see you on Tuesday nights. Till next month, Brad Chappell here. Holler.